Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 19th. I've been super lazy today, Libra. I dedicate this reading in this day to you because your reading is the only reading that I'm doing today and that I have done today because, again, I've been super lazy. But you know what? I feel like maybe there's something in that for you. Maybe you need a lazy day, right? We all do from time to time. But in your first row, we're going to look at your general energies for the week. In the next row, we're going to look at where you are at on the path to your destiny, whatever that means for you. Again, your destiny is really just your personal vision for your life, where you see it going, the things that you want to accomplish. And damn, these are all pretty good cards for you in this row. In your next row, we're going to look at what your next steps should be. And this could be towards whatever it is that you want in your life. And then in your last row, we are going to look at what you need to hear right now. This could be anything that wants to come up. On top of that, we are going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end of the reading as well. So, Libra, this looks pretty good is what I would say to you. There's definitely some stuff that comes up, but that's true for everyone this week. You start off here in your first row with the stars. It says a long journey brings rewards. Everybody has been on these long journeys. I've been making a lot of Hobbit references because of these crazy long journey cards that have been coming up. I mean, like everybody's had the Queen of Wands, and you have the Queen of Wands, you have the Fool, you don't have the Page of Wands, but a lot of people have been getting these cards of the Page of Wands. I really just think it's a sign of the times. The universe is asking us all to go on these journeys, I believe, and these journeys could be literal. Some of you could be traveling. For some reason, I thought you had the Chariot. You don't, but for some, it popped into my head. So, for some of you could be literal travel. For others, these could be just journeys to like learn new things, which again, I'm a big fan of, mostly because we had Saturn in Capricorn in 2017. And again, it doesn't matter that Saturn is still not in Capricorn. Again, you're learning those lessons until Saturn comes back to Capricorn in like 26, 27 years, whatever it is. I don't do math, right? So whatever it is, you're learning those lessons, right? And Saturn Capricorn wants us to be super efficient, but Saturn Capricorn also wanted us during that time to kind of like learn something new. And there's a lot of other astrology that I think is saying like, hey, are you interested in something? Go learn about it, right? And the reason I talk about this stuff so much, people are always like, you repeat yourself. I'm like, yeah, because guess what? If you want to have the best life ever, this is exactly what I'd be doing. I don't care about exes and, people coming back and all the other stuff that everybody else reads about. I'm not hating on those people. I definitely feel there's a time and a place for that, for sure. I feel like it can be super helpful, actually, to worry about your ex constantly. But now is not the time, right, Libra? Now is the time to become a badass. And that's what this card is saying to you, from me, from the universe, right? And that's really what I feel is going on here. You have the Page of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is kind of like, is the juice worth the squeeze? I feel like you always get this card. I feel like I'm always asking you that question because maybe you just know that there's more. And that's like the feeling that I get from this reading, is that you kind of know that there's maybe more that you could accomplish in your life, or there's just more that you could be doing in general. And sometimes I think we kind of get that curiosity bug from the Page of Swords, which you have in this reading. You also have the Queen of Swords, right? Page of Swords is kind of like the idea. Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords is the clarity. Look at this. It's like idea, clarity on what to do, to the Fool, taking the leap of faith. So, I don't know. I feel pretty good about this. It's like you're jumping towards the stars, or you're jumping towards one big star that you're trying to accomplish. I talk about this all the time. We are entering into the age of Aquarius. The Aquarius energy just wants us all to be our own little star. That's what I believe. You have the Ten of Swords, so there are some endings that are going to have to happen. During September, every single reading, like in the monthly readings I'm talking about, every single reading had some sort of ending in it. So it doesn't really surprise me to see a card like the Ten of Swords. I feel a lot of us could just be experiencing these endings in our life, and we could be moving towards probably bigger and better things, I would say, with the Ten of Swords. Could be difficult endings. We could be experiencing sadness, or we could be choosing these endings as well. It seems to me like a lot of us are choosing to end things with things that are just toxic or have been holding us back for a long time. You have the Page of Swords. I don't know why I can't get this right today, probably Mercury retrograde, but I feel this is that kind of, like I said, that little bit of interest, being interested in something new, coming up with a new idea, having a new plan, or thinking, kind of that curiosity bug. Like I said, being curious about some new ideas. And let's see where this is going. With the Page of Swords, you have the Queen of Wands. I do feel there's love here, by the way. I do feel like someone could find you very attractive. You have the King and Queen of Pentacles at the end I love those two cards together. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you're interested in. To me, those two together are just, really solid, rock solid type situation. So I feel there could be like a rock solid type relationship coming in for you if you want it. Obviously you're going to have to go get it, but it's here. With the Ten of Swords, here you go. You have the King of Wands. Again, some of you could be ending something with like a player, or you could just be ending something with a fire sign, and you could be moving towards a king or queen of pentacles. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. Could just be, it kind of just looks like to me like a person who's serious, a person who wants something long term. So you're leaving something inconsistent for something consistent. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Sun. I love when this happens because the Seven of Pentacles is about growing something. And the Sun grows things very, very quickly. Look at this. You have the Seven of Pentacles with the Sun, with the Ten of Pentacles. Going from the 7 to the 10 is like way, way better. The Ten of Pentacles is everything you want in your life. I really feel the universe, again, is trying to get everyone, not just you, but definitely you, to kind of nurture your Ten of Pentacles. Your Ten of Pentacles could just be something that you see as a legacy. Again, Ten of Pentacles is building or leaving a legacy. And this could be anything. Could be a dream. Could be like building a business. Could be building a business and a family. Could just be building a family. It's going to be different for all of you. And it is different for all of you. But really, I feel this reading is saying, like, how can you nurture that into existence? How can you create whatever your Ten of Pentacles is? And here you go. Here's your answer. In this row, for where you are at on your path to your destiny, I feel like you're more committed than ever is really what I'm getting here. I feel like you are more committed than ever to kind of reach the stars here, Libra. It's really an amazing reading. And maybe this is why you're the only one that I'm doing this week, or today, I should say. But, I feel you're kind of more committed than ever. Eagle medicine is about kind of like being able to see very far into the future, but not being able to see all the way around the curve of the earth. That's the whole mythology behind eagles, is that they can see very far, but they can't see necessarily what's coming ahead. And this is like a good thing. It kind of leads to excitement. It also says you have to keep exploring. You can't stop, right? You have to keep going to see what's around the next corner. And that's kind of what I feel for you here with this eagle energy. I also feel like you're really taking the lead in your life. You have the Four of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Again, I feel you are more committed than ever with this Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a card of marriage, but it doesn't have to be love marriage. It could just say that you are, again, committed to making something happen in your life, which is kind of how I feel about this card. I feel like you're more committed than ever with the Four of Wands. I do feel, again, that there could definitely be love coming in for you, but again, I feel like kind of love is in the background here. Like I said, it's there if you want it, for sure, but the Four of Wands is also a celebration. It's also a card of freedom and kind of setting yourself free. The eagle is all about freedom as well. So I feel like you're kind of creating your own certain level of freedom, probably in your own life, right? You have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, I feel like, could just be your energy here in this reading. And I feel you're, again, creating your own freedom, creating your own happiness. The Queen of Swords is about seeing things clearly. And that's what I feel. It's like you see the actions you need to take to make this happen in your life. And here you go, Ten of Pentacles. This is what you are working towards. Again, it's pretty crazy to me that lately the Ten of Pentacles has been coming up a lot. I really truly believe that, again, it's the universe being like, you can have the Ten of Pentacles. You're obviously going to have to work towards it. It's not going to just magically happen. But if you do the work, it's better than not doing it. And, also you'll be more successful than ever if you do the work. So I definitely encourage people to do the work. People always leave me comments about, whining and crying, saying how they're sick and tired of doing the work. And I'm always like, well, it's like your only option, right? You can sit around and do nothing and just keep living the same, or you can do the work and actually live a good life, or something much better than what you already have. Some of you might already have a great life, right? But it's like, why not make it better? It can always be better. And I think it's a worthy goal to work towards it, right? With the Four of Wands, you have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, work hard, play hard. So again, make sure to balance things out. Like me, I only did one reading today. I'm doing it right now. But some days, it's like I just need a break, right? So it's like, be kind to yourself. Take those breaks, right? And how can you create a life to do that, right? And for me, some days I do like 12 readings. And that's exactly how I'm able to take a day and just do one reading, is because some days I do 12. Some days I feel like only doing one, and then I do 4, right? So how can you kind of design your perfect day is what this part is saying. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Hangman here. Could be a Pisces for some of you coming in for you, but I really feel this is, again, clarity, because he's put himself in hangman mode so that he can gain enlightenment. His head is glowing on this card. And I just feel that this is saying that you've basically gained enlightenment. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Your fortunes are changing. It's crazy to me how pretty much everyone has had these change in fortunes. That doesn't mean, again, there's going to be like millions of dollars raining from the heavens down upon you. I want to make that very clear. Sometimes people watch my readings and I'm like, where has this ever, I feel like I shouldn't have to explain myself, but apparently I do. But clearly, you're going to have to work for it. But also, if you put the work in to change your fortunes, I feel, then your fortunes will change, plain and simple. Next, in the area of what your next step should be, you have this manipulation card, and you also have this adaptability card. I do feel some of you, again, could be cutting a manipulator out of your life, could be a fire sign. On top of that, look at all the stars that are on this manipulation card. I don't think this has to be a bad thing. You have this adaptability card. I'm kind of getting almost like temperance vibes here, where temperance is about adaptability because the temperance angel is standing on water and land and is also mixing water back and forth between two cups, trying to turn water into wine. It's about adapting to the situation or turning things around, transformation. I'm getting all these energies here. With the manipulation card, if I can talk today, apparently not, Mercury retrograde, I would say that I feel like you could be manipulating energy, not in a bad way, but in a good way. So I feel there's a way, or are many ways for you to turn things around in pretty much all areas of your life. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Fool. Look, this looks like a magician's wand on this Ace of Wands in this deck here, the Mystical Mondays Tarot. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be creating kind of magic or turning one thing into another with the Ace of Wands here. I also feel that it's just like a time where I feel like it's almost impossible for us to not experience new beginnings. Look at this. You have the Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Wands to the Queen of Wands. That's like you grabbing onto an idea that excites you, Ace of Wands, and becoming very successful. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you are with that Queen of Wands. I feel like you're just embracing that bold energy. You have the Four of Pentacles. I kind of feel with the Four of Pentacles and then the Queen of Wands right next to it that you kind of understand that you can't, maybe you just don't want to stay where you are. Four of Pentacles can be holding on too tightly to the past, but you can also just be looking at your situation, Seven of Pentacles, and you could be saying, not bad, but what else is there, right? I feel you have that curiosity bug. Like I said, with that Page of Swords, that's the best way I can describe the energy. Sometimes I think we just enter into a stage in our life where we're just like, what would it be like if I went and tried to build my own Facebook, right? Tried to conquer my arch nemesis, Mark Zuckerberg. What would it be like if I did that, And so I feel there's something that's kind of grabbing a hold of you. You're going to have to be adaptable, but I feel like if you are, you will be very successful. The adaptability thing during Mercury retrograde is super powerful. I started dubbing my videos in Spanish, and the way that I have been doing it hasn't been working out, right? Having to make some changes, but I believe that I'm pretty darn close to cracking the code here. And it's like one of those things. I've had to be super adaptable. But again, I'm not afraid to do these things during Mercury retrograde because I know that I'll probably find a good solution faster during Mercury retrograde. This is why I always preach to people, don't be afraid to do things during retrogrades. Don't be afraid to make mistakes because chances are you'll make mistakes faster and you'll find a solution faster as well. And I kind of feel, I'm saying this because I feel like you're doing it. The Fool says, take the risk, take the leap of faith, right? And you'll be happy that you did. So I feel like it's easy when we make these mistakes during retrogrades to get angry or to be like, oh my God, this didn't work. And then being pissed off, right? I feel like this is saying, no, go down the journey. The Fool starts as a fool, goes all the way to the world. The world is an accomplishment. I feel like there is a time for you right now where you could have some big accomplishments. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Pentacles showing up here, but there are probably going to be some stumbles along the way. And this could be like a small little goal that you have, but if you're adaptable and if you're willing to manipulate the energy, right, not in a bad way, right, we're talking about manipulation in a good way here, then I feel you'll be very successful. Let's see, with the Four of Pentacles, here you go. Stubborn Aries or fire sign that you were dealing with in the past. I feel like you're letting this energy go. I mean, that Queen of Swords, she has her hand up. She's like, hey, bozo, take a step back, get away from me, which is exactly what I feel like you're doing here. I don't know what else to say about that. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you. With the Ace of Wands, right next to that King of Cups, it is the King of Cups. I thought that was the King of Pentacles for some reason. But again, Mercury retrograde, whatever. What I would say here, is that I do feel that there could be love. Could be a water sign coming in. It could also be an earth sign because I kept saying King of Pentacles, and for some reason I was seeing that as the King of Pentacles as well. But could be a knight in shining armor. This person looks like someone who I feel like is like planting seeds. I'm getting the color red popping into my head as well, away from the Emperor and the King of Wands. I feel like this person could be wearing like a red scarf or something when you meet them. I don't know. Maybe they're fancy, right? Maybe they wear an ascot or something like that. I don't know, right? Where does this stuff come from? Probably my crazy imagination during Mercury retrograde. But what I would say here is I feel like this person stands out. Unusual. I feel like they're eccentric, and I feel like I've said this to you before. You cannot make this stuff up. With the Fool, you have the world. Here you go, right? I feel there is a very quick cycle that is available to you here, where you set like a small goal. Could be like a medium-sized goal, actually, I'm feeling, where you could set a medium-sized goal during this Mercury retrograde. It's going to be something where you're going to have to be adaptable, just like I gave you the example with the Spanish channel. But I feel like if you're adaptable, you're going to find something that's like gold here. Like I said, I'm kind of getting like medium-sized goal. Not a small one, not a big one. I feel like it's part of something else, kind of like the Spanish channel is part of this channel, right? So, it kind of feels part of something. I hope that makes sense, but it could be very successful for you. I'm getting a lot of stuff here for you. I feel there also could be love coming in for you, and it could be like from somewhere else. I'm getting like some sort of difference. It's kind of funny because I said ascot, and for some reason my brain went to Europe or something. So it could be someone who's like from like another country, or maybe you're from another country. I feel like there's some sort of cultural difference here, but I don't know. Looks good to me. Next, at the end here, for what you need to hear right now, of course, this is going to totally ruin everything that I just said. You have this claw card. It says, be careful not to take risks. We're going to talk about that. Don't worry. And you have this finger card. It says, warning. Warning you of a problem either now or in the future. We're going to have to look into what this problem is. But what I would say here is as long as you're taking calculated risk, I feel like you'll be fine with this energy. I also feel that this could partially be a warning against a past person with that King of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So I would definitely be careful of anyone. This finger, if I put it down on the table, well, it's pointing off here, but if I hold it like this, it's kind of pointing towards that manipulation energy. So I would be careful of anyone who's being anyone who has been manipulative in the past with this energy as well. We're going to pull some extra energy on that just to kind of make sure we're not making any mistakes here, right, Libra? You have the Queen of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. You always get the Queen of Pentacles. I'm always talking about this. I feel that you could be very resourceful at this time, or you need to be resourceful. The Queen of Wands is an energy of being bold, being assertive, kind of really making things happen. So I feel there's a lot of success coming in for you with the Queen of Wands. I feel you are very bold and assertive at this time, and that's exactly what I'd be doing with the Queen of Wands, is being bold, being assertive. I kind of feel a need for boundaries, and I kind of feel like that's one of the warnings that's coming up here, is making sure that you're putting up boundaries with people, making sure that you're not rushing into anything as well, as far as love is concerned with the Queen of Wands. You have the King of Cups as well, so I would say that's someone who's very open emotionally. I like the King of Cups personally for relationships. He's very emotionally stable and very centered, and when he comes up in a positive position. Obviously, if you have a person who's coming in and who's emotionally manipulative, kick them to the curb, put the hand up, like I said with that Queen of Swords, right? And finally, you have the Queen of Pentacles. I really don't feel like there are any things to worry about, and these cards I find overly negative anyway, but the Queen of Pentacles is about being resourceful. She says where, if there's a problem with her finances, she finds a solution. It's usually not a problem for her. So let's dig into this. Then we're going to pull some extra cards just to look into that. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Three of Cups. Be careful of the past. Again, anyone coming in trying to mess up your day, I would be careful with that Three of Cups for sure. Someone still finds you attractive, but they're probably a manipulator. With the King of Cups, you have the Three of Wands. I mean, this could be part of the problem, is the fact that you're going to have to wait for new love. And if there's an old person that comes back, maybe they know how to say the right things, right? Maybe they know all your secret spots to touch and all that other stuff, Libra. I would definitely be careful of this energy. You know what I mean? Mercury retrograde. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Hermit. The Hermit is kind of like you having done some healing. So again, it could be a warning saying, hey, you've climbed to the top of the mountain. You're finally ready to shine your inner light. He has the star inside his lantern. He's about to shine his inner light. And so again, don't let someone come back from the past and mess up your day, right? So before we pull 3 yes or no question cards, I just want to ask, is there anything that we should be concerned about, or what more details do we need to know about these 2 warning cards here? You have the Emperor, so again, could be the Emperor that's showing up right there with the Four of Pentacles. Someone can't let go of you. But again, I feel like they're emotionally manipulative, or they use their emotions to manipulate you. So I would be very careful of that. It could be a past Aries or a past fire sign, but again, take it how it resonates. I feel like this person's a poser as well as popping into my head. You have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles kind of says, get down to brass tacks. It says, if you're worried about making decisions, Three of Pentacles is just a card of straight results. So if it's a person that's coming back from the past, did they produce results? Are they producing results now? Is the answer yes? Then maybe it's fine for you to take the risk. If the answer is no, clearly it's not worth the risk. Same thing if you're taking a risk, right? The risk here is like, I think using my YouTube channel was a good example, right? Just not to toot my own horn here, but it's like, I already know that my YouTube channel works. For me to duplicate it into another language, it's not that big of a risk because I already know it works, right? So it's like, what in your life already works? What already produces results? I always say with the Three of Pentacles that there's this fire triangle at the top and there's usually a water triangle at the bottom. Not on this version. The water triangle is like the icing on the cake, right? It's like that one step further. So I feel whatever this goal is, the risk that you could be taking is just a one step further, kind of like medium-sized goal. I hope that makes sense. And you have the Nine of Swords. Yes, end a nightmare. Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. So I feel the warning is more about kind of a cycle that just keeps repeating itself with a person. And that's what that warning is. It's saying, don't go back because you're lonely. Don't go back because you're cold in your bed at night, right? Get a heater. Get an extra blanket for the time being. This King of Cups is on the way. All right. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions 1, 2, and 3. For question number 1, you have the Hierophant. I would say yes. Trust your intuition. I'm getting intuition as well. Trust your intuition. For question number 2, you have the Eight of Swords. I would say no. I feel like you know that you have to move on from question number 2. And for question number 3, I would say no. Too much work, 10 of Wands, so I would say no. I would just move towards the new stuff. Really, this week I feel would be a good week for you to focus on like a medium-sized goal. Could be for business, could be for career, but it could also be your health or something else, right? I would just stretch yourself a little bit, and I feel that'll lead to the best results. Looks pretty good. So thank you for being here today, Libra. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.